I'm excited about this local church, Plenty Valley Church. Our heart is to make an impact in our community and across Victoria and around the world. In this video that you'll see today, you'll see some great results of your giving, your love and your prayers over the last 12 months. Thank you so much for being part of an incredible vision. We've been able to touch our community, impact people's lives and reach out across the nation to see great things happen. Thank you so much for being part of that.
Every Friday night, the auditorium you're sitting in is filled with close to 100 young men and women crying out for the love of God. We have a passionate group of young leaders who bring the foundation to life once a week and then again in open connection groups. If you're thinking of a high schooler that you just wish had the opportunity to meet God, you don't even have to invite them to the foundation. Let one of the other leaders do it. We'll be happy to get their phone number and talk to them.
Hey, Jay. Pretty excited to be up here? Hey, so you sure you're going to shave your head?
Yeah.
And you're raising money for cancer?
Yeah, looking around.
How many young women do you know willing to shave their head?
Yeah, that's amazing.
So can you tell me about your life 6 months ago?
6 months ago, I didn't really care about anything, and I didn't care about consequences. And you know those type of people that call themselves a Christian, but they don't follow through with anything. They're just kind of Christian. I was one of them, and yeah.
Cool. So since you started attending the foundation, we went to a youth conference in Sydney called Shift.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, when we were there, the people that were talking, like Jeremy Johnson and a few other people, they had really inspirational stuff to say, and it just changed my life completely. And being in the presence of everything God can do for you felt awesome. And that's when I decided to start just following through with everything.
Awesome. So tell me about your life now.
Oh, it's awesome, and it's just it's really amazing, knowing what you want and where you want to be in a couple of years and stuff. And it's good knowing that you're a part of this, just everything that's even connected to God. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jay.
That's not the only thing that our young people are doing in the church. Our Red Frog crews are out in force taking care of young people, our future leaders, at parties and uni events all over. Schoolies and the Gold Coast, they get in there and do amazing things. Our volunteers sacrifice a great deal to impact the worlds of our young people by simply loving them, just as Christ loved us.
Red Frogs Australia have served generations of young people since 1997. Wherever there is a party or a gathering of youth, you're sure to find their dedicated workers. Be it at high school education seminars, schoolies, universities or festivals, the impact of the Red Frog crew seems to be immeasurable. The Red Frog crew are changing the culture of young people all across Australia. One of the biggest youth events of the year, and in fact, the very place where Red Frog started, is Schoolies. Schoolies spans Australia-wide and now internationally. Over 70,000 school leavers in more than 17 locations come together to celebrate the beginning of their newfound adulthood. This may seem like an untamable beast to many, and has had its fair share of negative media and sometimes tragic outcomes. However, Red Frogs Australia has spent over a decade changing this through hard work and service, and the impact continues to grow. There really is no beginning or ending at a Schoolies Week, but for the Red Frog crew, the highly organised chaos starts with evening planning, meetings and implementing systems which have been a year in the making. As the troops hit the street, over 1,500 volunteers are everywhere, handing out frogs, hanging with the youth, diffusing problems, and even running some of the biggest entertainment stages.
If you would like to get involved, don't hesitate to talk to Prem, Yaz or Tim as soon as you get the chance. Every week, Young Mums Playgroups provide a valued service to those with a lot on their plate. less fortunate in our community that are often overlooked, our community kitchen dishes up an astonishing amount of meals to those who need it most. 5,200 meals in 2012 alone. This church will always provide a place of love and acceptance to broken, lonely and disabled people in this community.
I'm Alex Fabiani and I'm 54 years of age, and I come to this church, Plenty Valley Christian Outreach Centre, and we have a community kitchen which runs every Thursday. And I had this vision for our church to start a community kitchen because I do a lot of stuff with the council and sit on the Disability Network there. I've been there for a lot of years now, and I'm a good networker, and that's what it is. So I started this, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We've run out of room. I love to build people up. Look, I've been very lucky and blessed in my life, you know, and I like to encourage people. That's the best thing. Is people who win awards are the ones that can encourage other people. And I think myself here, I was on this 31-year road to destruction. Next thing you know, I'm winning Australia Day awards.
COC is an international movement that makes us part of a global church, and our actions and efforts have been substantial. From donating $17,000 in 2012 to Destiny Rescue, to our contributions to churches all across the globe.
Even the parents would really bring their children to prostitution so that they can eat 3 times a day.
As my team and I go into these brothels looking for underage girls to help out, I know we all dream of a time that we'll go in and not be able to find young children, but that's not the case today. There are so many young children trapped in the sex industry. All of our guys, we're passionate about getting these kids out. We are prepared to die for this. I mean, we've had guns pulled, we've had guns shot, we've had people show guns, we've had death threats. I just know that if it was one of my girls, I'd do anything. And if it was one of your kids, how far would you want me to push? What wouldn't you be willing to do to get your girls out? Every 26 seconds, a new child is being forced into this industry, and it has to stop. And it's only going to stop if good people like you and I stand up and refuse to do nothing.
Plenty Valley supports churches from the Solomon Islands, Vietnam, Egypt and a whole bunch of other places. In addition to all of these things, Plenty Valley Church continues to see growth throughout Victoria through planting churches. Last year, this church planted 3 churches: South Yarra with Pastor AJ and Bronnie, East Keeler with Pavisi and Karita, King Lake with Pastor Eric. Your giving and prayers helped us to create this impacting church, and we look forward to a great future of God's work touching your life.